Thank you so much for joining me, and today I'm going to take a look at the trades I took on Friday, September 23rd, 2022. So if you take a quick look here at my charts, this is pretty much how I'm looking at it every morning when I'm trading. Once again, always looking at AMD, the Qs, SPY, and just keep Tesla on watch. I typically won't trade it, if at all, except on Thursday or Friday when the options get a little bit cheaper. But the 2-minute charts I keep at the top here. Try to mark them up to pretty much the same. The purple lines are always the pre-market high and low. The dotted lines are where I'm looking to possibly get in if it's get a particular setup. And then that yellow line there is always the previous day's close. So the 2-minute chart's always at the top. And for the same stock, the 5-minute at the bottom here. And today I only took one trade, and that was on AMD. Didn't see too many good setups on the Qs or the SPY or Tesla. I had a couple of losses on it the past couple of days, so I didn't want to tempt fate anyway. So looking at the trade on AMD, see the push off the open air right past the pre-market high. So the purple line there once again is the pre-market high there. So the first two candles started to go higher. So I was looking for a potential pullback, but that red wicking candle right after the first open drive there was giving me a reason to think that it wasn't going to hold up and try and make a new, trying to get any positive days. The market had been getting crushed the past couple of days with all the Fed news and interest rates. So everything's just been pushing lower almost every day. So I thought we could maybe have a little bit of a bounce here, at least maybe at the open. But as it came back down, it started retesting, got below the pre-market high again, and a lot of these succession of wicks here. I was looking to get in a little bit lower, looking for a push lower rather. So the first entry I took on, actually the only entry I took on AMD, was right here at I got in at 9:43 and 57 seconds. Took 4 contracts, was only looking to take, trying to lower my activity as far as not overtrade and kind of take the better setups and not give away profit and take unnecessary risk on a lot of poor quality setups. Not sure if this one fit the bill on that one, but anyway. Got in here right, we see this green arrow looking for this push lower. So had these 3 candles coming down and that slight green candle pullback with the wick there. So I was looking for it to break and possibly break through the low of the day at that point. Didn't get that. And I held it a little bit longer than should have as far as looking at your trading rules. That next candle, the green candle here with the long wick, it wicked past the VWAP and past the pre-market high. But at this time, looking at the market, everything was starting to roll over. So that's what helped me to stay in this a little bit longer. The rules say I should have got out and just take the loss there as it approaches and breaks the VWAP here, especially with this particular setup. But I saw the overall market weakness and everything else was turning over at the time, so I held it a little bit longer. Now, if you look at the next red candle after the 2 green candles, position was slightly profitable. If you see, I got here at each of these contracts at 78 cents. So right here at this red candle, they were at about 80, 81. So they were technically, break even or just, basically a scratch, maybe like a couple of bucks, just getting out after commissions. So that could have been an entry, an exit rather, where I could have got out, especially after holding it through that loss, through that long, the green wick there. But I was looking for the push to break the low of the day. It was like as the time everything else was pretty much turning over. So I held it. You see the stock came right back up and retested the pre-market high again, and also tested right here at VWAP. See the red line there? That's the 9 EMA, and the purple line is the VWAP. So looking to going forward to try and get better entries on these. These were these actually, if you have a short bias, these are better entries as far as from a risk reward. You actually can stand to hold the position longer because you're more profitable. If you can get an entry here up at VWAP or the pre-market high and write it down, you're already, 20, 30 bucks already into position by the time it even approaches the low of the day. So just looking to work on that going forward. So I held it through this upward push, and you see this succession of red candles. I finally got out as it approached the low of the day. It did wick lower and come back up. Wanted to hold it longer, but it was just struggling to push lower at this point. Even though everything else, the market was getting more and more red by the minute. AMD was just struggling to to push lower. And then with this being Friday, these were 0 day to expiration options. So I didn't want to hold this too much longer and have it wick back up and retest this again and lose any profits there, especially after holding it through that upward push earlier. So I got out here, sold all 4 contracts at 10 o'clock and 48 seconds. So held this for a pretty decent amount of time, much longer than I usually hold anything. And that goes to show as far as people tend to typically hold the losers longer. But I was waiting for this to work out. Like I said, following the rules earlier, would have got out either at a loss or selling that earlier with a tiny, tiny profit. But I was looking for this bigger move. It just didn't happen. It took a little bit longer to work out. So got out everything at 88 cents, all 4 contracts at 10 o'clock and 48 seconds. So just about a 17-minute hold. And after that, like I mentioned before, just trying to trade less to take better quality moves. This one, if I had followed the rules, I would have got out early, take that loss, and then maybe possibly get back in. But there really wasn't a great setup, to be honest. If I wasn't in this trade already, there really wasn't a pullback here to get in as it broke the lower day. I had to just get in with an aggressive entry as it retested the high if you had a short bias here. So just a 1 trade today, 1 and done. Not the best trading, but it did turn out to be a green day. And that did put me up $34.69 on the day. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like below. And if you want to continue to follow along on the journey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.